Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you guys speak? Good evening. Can anyone respond at least? Yeah. So I'll be sharing the screen, okay? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the complete roadmap of 35 days learning of the data science and data analytics, okay? So the first learning the difference between data analytics and data science is that both are likely closely related. But they different focus, depth, and the kind of problems they solve. Okay, so data analytics is completely different from data science. To be said in a simple term, a data analyst explains what has happened by using the past data, whereas the data scientists will focus on what will happen and how to influence it. Like by using the algorithms, we predict the future. Okay. And then coming to data analytics, what is data analytics? Does anyone have an idea here? Anybody? Okay. So data analytics is a profession where the person collects and processes and interprets the structured data to identify trends and generate insights and support decision making. Okay. Here we use Power BI to visualize the data, Tableau for complex visualization of the data, Excel for the sheets and save the data, and for SQL to query those data. Okay, so we typically use SQL for extracting the data and for writing the query. Here it comes to data scientist. Data scientist is a profession where we apply advanced analytical techniques like including statistical modeling and machine learning and programming to extract insights and predict future outcomes from structured and unstructured data. Whereas in the data analytics, we use only structured data, whereas in data science, we use structured and unstructured data. Here, we design the algorithms, build predictive models, and also create a data-driven solution to solve complex business problems. This is the part of the data scientist. Okay. So, any doubt what's the difference between data analytics and data science? Is it clear? Can I move forward? Any response, please? No? Is it clear? Okay. I'll tell in the short term to remember what is data analytics and data science. Okay. Whereas data analyst is termed as where the person focus on understanding the past data and explaining what has happened. Like I have the data of the people who have purchased the goods, whatever. That is my past data. Like by using that, I can identify how many people have bought it, and the person who has bought it has used the card or EMI or whatever it is, how they bought. All that I can explain. Whereas in data scientist, I can focus on predicting future outcomes, like building intelligent systems. Like by data science, I can predict if that person is gonna use the credit card or normal EMI payment or like normal cash payment. Okay, like by using the data of the past, I'll analyze it. Okay. So data analysis works with the complete structured data. Okay. Here we use the tools such as Excel, SQL, and dashboards of for Power BI and Tableau. So any doubt in here? No doubts. Can I go? on with the next topic. So can you see my screen? Okay. This is the 5 weeks more tool. Okay. Excel will be the first week and SQL will be the second week, whereas the third week will be a Power BI and fourth week will be going on with the Python and the fifth week will be going on with the project works. Okay. So overall, this is a 2 months program. Will be given the two projects. Okay. So let's start with the first day. Okay. So first day is Excel, where I'll be learning about the formulas, pivot tables, and dashboards. So to be explained briefly, so in formulas, you will learn the basic formulas such as sum, average, count, min, and max. Then we'll go for the logical and the lookup functions like if, and, or, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, index, and match. We'll also learn about the lookups here and different kind of the lookups, okay, which is complicated. And we'll also learn data cleaning techniques such as remove duplicate and segregating text to columns and conditional formatting. So next we'll learn about the pivot tables to summarize the last data and pivot charts with the slices. So pivot chart is nothing but the table won't be visible, but only the data's header will be visible. Where we'll be dragging and finding the suitable chart or data for comparison. Okay. So then at the last, you'll finally build your first iterative dashboard. This is our first week goal. So for example, to tell, like imagine you have 5,000 rows of sales data with data, product, CP, salesperson and amount. So if your manager asks what is the total sales, you won't be able to say it by within a second. So we use formulas, okay, like sum, average, and we use VLOOKUP if the data are missing to find out what the other person's data is, and we use pivot tables and pivot charts to visualization for the presentations purpose. Okay. So do you know why Excel is very important here? Can you guys answer? No response. Okay, Excel is very important because most companies still use Excel for daily reporting. It has become the basic tool for in every company. Okay, so let's go on with the next week where we learn about the SQL, complete SQL in 7 weeks. Okay, so we learn. So here we learn SQL basics and data types like select, from, where, and order by, and also learn filtering using like, in, and handling null values. Okay, so then we go on with the applications and group by, which includes count, sum, average, min, max, group by, and have it. Then we learn about the joins to combine the multiple tables. And finally, we learn about the subqueries, CTEs, and Windows functions like row number and rank. So our total goal is to write 10 to 15 real analysis queries by the end of the week. Okay. So any doubt and here so let me give an example. Like assume a college database with a student table, marks table, and course table. And if the principal asks how many students have passed, so where will I get the data from? I'll use the queries like using where you filter past students. By using group by you find averages. By using join you can collect the tables. By using rank you find the top students. So does anyone have any idea why this tool is very important? Anyone? Okay. SQL is important because all company data is stored in the database, right? And SQL is language to extract them. Okay. So let's move on with the third week. That's Power BI. So in Power BI, we'll be learning about the Power BI desktop and Power Query Editor. There are two dashboards here, whereas Power BI desktop is used to visualization and creating charts, whereas Power Query Editor is used to do the calculation, okay, which is complex calculations. So here for Power BI, we have to import the data from the Excel or CSV file, and we learn data modeling and relationship using star schema. The different kind of pane that we use and different kind of views that we use in the Power BI. So we write DAX measures like calculate, sum, and count in the DAX, which is complex part of the Power BI. Okay, we use Power Query for data transformations. So by end of the day, we learn about the overall Power BI and we also create the dashboards for sales or HR dashboards. Okay, so giving this an example, if an HR has employee data with the department, salary, location, experience, and if a manager wants department-wise employee count, what will I do? So I import the data to Power BI from the Excel file and then create a visual with slicer. So if I want the department wise, I choose a slicer with the department so that all the department data will be shown. Okay, that's how use Power BI. It's a complete visualization tool and for complex data solving. So why this tool is important? Does anyone have any idea after listening to all these things about the Power BI? Okay, I'll tell. So Power BI is important because decision makers understand visuals faster than the tables. So for example, consider I'm a 90% I use the Excel. So I cannot explain my Excel sheet to other person who is from the business side, right? So there itself the Power BI comes to an help where I can visualize the data like using the charts and using the slicer, using the filters. I can tell the particular year sales or particular person sales, a particular company's data to a business person so that you can easily understand by using the visualization that I'm representing. Okay, so next we'll go for the Python. So in week 4, we use the Python for data analysis and automations. Here we learn Python basics, okay, then pandas libraries. Like Python fundamentals like variables, data type, list, loops, ifs, and functions. So introduction to pandas, here we learn series, data frames, and basic selection. Okay. Then you merge database, data sets, and create charts using a matplotlib and seaborn. And then we will also perform group by analysis similar to SQL. So the overall goal is to analyze a real database using the Python. Okay. Then by giving the example, so imagine if I have a sales data of 5 lakh rows. So my Excel will definitely hang. There's no way I can use the 5 lakh rows in an Excel at once. So I'll use the pandas here to clean the data, to filter rows, to group by city state, merge files, to create charts. I'll be using the pandas. So all this will be done quickly by using the code. So when my Excel doesn't support, I use the Python. Okay. So do you have any idea why this tool is very important? Because the Python handles varies our data and automates analysis. Okay. So going to the fifth week, we'll be going with all the merge concepts and learning about the project and implementing the project on our own. Okay. This is the very most important week where we combine all the tools. So we choose domain like sales or HR or e-commerce to do the project. So first, starting with the first concept, we use Excel for cleaning the data, analyze using the SQL, and visualize using Power BI, and perform deeper analysis in Python. So this goal is an end-to-end capstone project from raw data to dashboard. I'll be giving you only raw data in the Excel. So by using the Excel, you clean the data and carry forward. Okay. So giving the example of a real company, how the data analysis work, the first step will be the cleaning raw data in the Excel. Then we query it using the SQL and build dashboards in the Power BI. And we use advanced analysis in Python. So, like, do you know why data analysis is very important? No idea. So, we make the business person understand our goal in a simple terms. We bring out the business insight, what's better for the future. Okay. So, any doubt in here? No doubt. This is the overall roadmap of our journey of for 2 months. Any doubt? So I stopped sharing. This was the complete detailed explanation of the data it is for today. And this is the topic will be continuing for the 2 months and then doing the project on this. I'll stop sharing the screen. If there is any doubt, please ask. Do you guys have any doubt? No response. Guys, can you guys speak up or give a thumbs up if you have understood the class so that I can wind up. Okay, fine. This for today. We'll be continuing the Excel from tomorrow. I'll be sharing the sheet which consists of all the formulas and we'll go by one. Okay? Fine then. Thank you guys.